A 9 to 5 is hard, but so is being a streamer. All right. Cameron with another banger. Let's see what it time at.
Unless you're living under a rock, then I'm pretty sure we've all seen the Hassan situation by now. If you're unfamiliar, well, basically the streamer Hassan Abi said that streaming was more draining than a 9 to 5.
Yes, a real job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean? In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will. A real job does not expend your social battery in the same way as someone who did a sales job, a real job. Okay, I'm telling you, as someone who did,
I feel like to each his own though. Everyone has its pros and cons.
did both. Like 9 hours of constant performance and people pleasing taps you out from social scenarios. After 9 hours of that, I could probably do physical labor. It would not bother me, but I can't do more social. That's my point.
And after that clip, basically the debate on if streaming is harder than a 9 to 5 spread the internet like wildfire. Every news page was talking about it. People made videos about it. It was a hot topic for.
I wouldn't say it's harder than a real job. I'm not gonna lie. Streaming, bro, all you gotta do is play a game. If you do 9 hours of streaming, bro, and let's say like you do it off of a console, bro, all you gotta do is like play a game for real, for real. It depends on what type of streamer you want to be. If you want to be like a big old, you know what I'm saying, primetime streamer, then that's understandable. It's pretty hard, you know what I'm saying? But if you just chill and vibe out, you know what I'm saying, ain't really that difficult.
I mean, personally, I don't think that streaming
have fun
is
with
harder
it.
than a 9 to 5 because a 9 to 5 is physically and mentally draining, while streaming is only mentally draining.
Yeah. Oh.
I completely.
Dang, homie. Look, I understand. It's Val. I understand. It is full time, and if you love it, it should feel like a hobby. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cameron ain't lying. It is more mentally draining than it is physically. Cause I ain't gonna lie, like, bro, you have a 9 to 5 job, bro. It could just take you out for like the whole day. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. As of streaming, bro, you get off stream after probably not feeling the best. You gonna feel okay, bro. You gonna feel better. I'm not gonna lie.
I disagree with Hassan when he says that a 9 to 5 doesn't suck the soul out of you, because they actually do. I'm pretty sure we've all worked a job before that sucked the absolute life out of us. Like, it's pretty common.
Yeah,
but I do
all
feel like there is merit to what Hassan is saying. Like, the way I see it is that, like, just because a 9 to 5 is hard, that doesn't mean that streaming is easy. I feel like a lot of people underestimate the amount of work that streamers actually have to do because of how lazy streaming looks. I mean, when you look at a streamer, like, I mean, they're sitting in a chair playing a game or reacting to videos, and people do that for free. So when you see somebody doing it for numerous hours each day and they're making money from it, it's like, oh, I could most likely do that. I mean, it seems pretty easy. I do that for free, so why not do it for some bread? But if I'm being honest, I personally don't think that streaming is easy at all. Like, I saw a lot of people trying to write this off as like anyone could stream, but not anyone could work a 9 to 5, which I completely disagree with. The way I see streaming is kind of like the way I see soccer. Anybody can play soccer, but not everyone can be good at soccer.
Hey, that's a good comparison.
But not everyone can be a full-time streamer.
Yes,
like, I don't think people realize how
that's facts. That's facts.
hard it is to get to that point where you're a full-time streamer on Twitch. It takes a lot of hard work.
My gosh, yes, most def. And plus, like, the recognition that you're gonna need in order to get there, bro. Yeah,
it takes a lot of hard work and a lot of strategy. Because Twitch has one of the worst algorithms of all time. Oh, terrible! They don't push you in any way, shape, or form.
We love you though,
bring
Twitch.
People to your stream. You can't just sit there playing a game all day and expect money and viewership. Like, it just doesn't work like that. It's literally impossible to grow on Twitch by only streaming. All the top streamers have said it before.
Because, like, the best strategy for growing on Twitch is still growing on YouTube, TikTok, or another platform.
Yes. Phantom, I would get canceled immediately if I was a streamer. Oh wow, Vivi. Phantom did say, I don't know if anybody else gonna say it, but Phantom did say you have to grow outside of this first. If he searches up your name on anywhere other than Twitch and it doesn't pop up, then you're doing something wrong. He got to be able to find you on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So, like, that's the best way, I ain't gonna lie, to branch yourself out.
Advice to anybody that wants to grow streaming: don't stream a lot. You can't just spark up on stream every day on Twitch and get viewers. That's just not how it is. You know, you got to go on different platforms, post your clips, and then eventually, you know, if you do it right, people will come. Yeah.
Go on TikTok, make more TikToks, do more YouTube shorts, try to grow outside of the platform. Because if it hasn't been obvious for the past 6 years now, you're not growing on Twitch anymore. That's not how it works. You have to find discoverability through other places.
It's weird when streamers think, hey, if I want to be a Twitch streamer, I gotta start on Twitch. I gotta fire up, I gotta sign up, make a Twitch channel, make a name for myself. When it's literally the worst option to become a Twitch streamer is to stream on Twitch first. You have to do something else where you have to become famous first.
Like if you have 0 viewers on Twitch, your stream is getting sent to nobody. And the odds of people finding you are slim to none. That's why most of the top streamers had some sort of strategy to bring in viewership to get to where they are now. For instance, Ludwig would do challenges on stream and upload those challenges to YouTube so that the people from his YouTube would tune into his streams. And Queso would take clips from his stream and upload those clips to TikTok so that the people from TikTok would come to his streams. Are you starting to see the pattern here? Like these streamers never just sat there all day and happened to become big streamers out of nowhere. They utilize different platforms to funnel an audience to Twitch while also most likely working normal jobs. And on top of that, these streamers had to actually be entertaining once people started showing up to their streams. Because if someone sees a clip or a video of you and your stream looks fire, like it just looks amazing, it looks like the funniest thing on earth, then that person shows up to your stream and it's just you sitting in a chair playing a game, not really reading the chat or anything, not really being interactive, you're just kind of boring. That person is most likely never going to come back. So that first impression means everything.
Yes, I'm not gonna lie, everything that Cameron's saying, it's like it's real strategic, bro. It takes a lot of strategy in order to grow and branch yourself out and really grow your audience and keep working for, I ain't gonna lie, everything that he's saying is true.
That's why streamers like Jinxie are so popular now, because his clips are just as funny as his streams.
Nah,
now, I will say that
guy
streaming
Jinxie
does
is funny
get
as hell.
easier after you build up an audience, because
Nah,
you now
facts.
know that people are actually going to pop out to your streams no matter what. But that still doesn't mean that streaming is easy.
I ain't gonna lie, once you build that community, shout out to TKG by the way, once you build that community, man, it's like, it's the most beautiful thing ever, bro. I ain't gonna
Like,
lie.
if I'm being real, not just anyone can entertain numerous people all at once, in the same way that not just anyone can be a construction worker or an electrician.
KVV.
Another thing that people don't really realize about streaming is that you're talking for numerous people while you're live, because you're talking for yourself and you're also talking for the chat. Because in a normal conversation with another person, you talk for yourself. You say something, then the other person says something. There's a breathing room in between that. But with streaming, you're talking in both of those spots, yourself and the other person. And after hours of doing that, you can get drained. Now, is all that harder than a 9 to 5? No, not at all. Positives most definitely outweigh the negatives when it comes to streaming. I mean, you're in the comfort of your own home. There's not many physical demands, and you make your own hours. Like, it's definitely a blessing. But all that being said, my overall point is that even though streaming may be easier than a 9 to 5, that doesn't make streaming easy in general. Like, not just anyone can be a streamer.
Welcome back, Vivi. The problem
To
with
really
this
understand
debate, talk
both
to me.
sides, you would have to have a 9 to 5 at one point, but you would also have to have some sort of success with streaming. Because streaming to an entire audience and like doing it full time is completely different than streaming to like 1 or 2 viewers. And even myself, I've never been a full-time streamer at any point in my life, but I've tried to become a full-time streamer and I completely failed. So I know the struggles.
Run it, just run it back, Cam. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's not like you don't got the motion. You know what I'm saying? Just run it back.
So yeah, I don't think that
You're gonna be
streaming
good.
is harder than a 9 to 5, but I don't think that streaming is easy. Like, I still think streaming is super hard to get to that position that streamers like Hassan or Kai Cenat or maybe even Jinxie are in right now.
The overlying issue.
People don't want to hear someone complain when they're in a worse position than the person complaining. But the reality is that everyone on this earth complains no matter how good their life is.
Yeah,
Our brain
that's
is
true.
a problem-solving machine. So when there's no problems going on in your brain is going to make problems for you to complain about. I mean,
it is so crazy how our own brains play with us like that, bro. Because it's like you there, everything's cool, but you may not feel satisfied, or you may not feel okay, like, dang, I should probably be doing this. Or you just start thinking about some crazy.
we do it all the time. Your
Debbie,
brain,
watch time,
your brain
Heaven.
is going to make problems for you to complain about. I mean, we
Crazy.
do it all the time. I'm American, and a lot of you guys watching are probably from first world countries. Now, let me ask you this. How do you think other countries feel when they hear Americans complain about their Wi-Fi going out for
bro.
24 hours or their Amazon packages not coming in on time?
Spoiled as hell, bro. We're so spoiled nowadays, man.
They're probably fed up because some countries don't even have Wi-Fi or Amazon.
Good
They
story.
legit only got sticks and stones.
Yeah.
So you can only imagine how they might think how annoying it is when we complain because they have way less than us. But
Yeah.
regardless, we still find a way to complain no matter how great our lives are compared to others. People are always
never
going to
be
find a way to
satisfied.
complain. Like, that's just the sad reality. Mr. Beast literally built wells in Africa, and people somehow started complaining about that.
Bro,
Yeah, your job, maybe.
that's so crazy, bruh. You could give somebody the world and they ask for the universe. That's so insane.
Harder than the streamer sitting in their chair for 9 hours, but that doesn't mean that they can't complain about it. Like, maybe it should be off stream or offline when they complain.
Right,
I feel like that'd be a little bit more sincere, but at the
Appreciate
same
that,
time,
Lurk Star.
like, everyone on this earth complains regardless of how great their lives are.
Facts,
How do you get
facts.
along with your coworkers? By complaining about the job, because at the end of the day, complaining is fun, and we can't sit here and act like complaining isn't. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All that being said, this is gonna wrap up the video. If you guys
Amazing
make this
video,
far, I
man.
appreciate you. If you guys enjoyed this video, then I highly recommend you guys check out my most recent video. It'll be right up here on the screen. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you guys for watching. It's Cameron, and I'm out.
Hey Cameron, W vid, man. I ain't gonna lie, his vid's been really nice, bro. His vid's been really nice, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That was a beautiful structure of both in-depth into a person having a 9 to 5 and a person being a streamer, bro. Not gonna lie, it's like if you want to be a top tier streamer, yeah, it does take a toll on you because you really need to figure out how you want to branch out and get to a bigger stage. You work on 9 to 5, it's physical labor, mental labor, socially, your battery is drained out. You know what I'm saying? It's always pros to cons to everything, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I check out his streams if he starts again. Yeah, bro, he's doing great for himself, man. And I hope that he knows that, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, YouTube, you guys have a great rest of y'all day, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Slide to the Twitch, man.